Hey Libra, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is going to be your reading for the second half of December. Please keep in mind, there's your Libra right there, Justice card. Please keep in mind, these are general readings, so just take messages that might resonate for you, leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer them. You can contact me below in the description box to set that up. And thank you Libra in advance for all of your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, your support. I appreciate it so much, thank you. Let's see what messages December 15th to the 31st, or whenever you find this video. What is the message? High Priestess, Nine of Cups. I'm just smiling, Libra. You're deserving of so much happiness. I mean, I feel like the High Priestess, it's that inner knowing intuitively that your wishes will be fulfilled. I feel the High Priestess is really about, I don't know how I'm going to find my happiness, or I don't know what is it that's going to bring me to my full state of contentment, but I know I'm going to get there. I know I'm going to reach where I need to be in life to feel a sense of contentment. Some of you are already there. Some of you have a bit of I feel like it's a little smirk that comes off my face when I see these two. I don't know why, but it's like, I know I'm going to be happy no matter what takes place in life. Intuitively, I will find the answers. I'll find my way through things, but I want to look at things in a happy way. I want to feel content. I want to feel gratitude with that Nine of Cups, the High Priestess. You have the freedom to be happy in your life and choose the things in life that really make you feel good. And I feel here that High Priestess is kind of like, she sits on her throne in life. She's happy about her life. She chooses to be happy. So I feel here that Libra, you're making a choice to be happy. It's black and white with the High Priestess. That's what this is about. It's, things that aren't so black and white, that we don't have the answers, but the intuition tells us where we are. But I feel like it is black and white. Either you choose to be happy for the best way that you can, or some people choose not to. So I like this. I really like this energy, guys. It's nice. Happiness. Be content. Celebrate that you're alive. Nine of Cups, It's worthiness. You're worthy to be happy. You're deserving of your happiness, but it comes from within first and foremost. The Emperor. Nice. Aries energy. I think you're also very happy here. Reverse Hangman. I think the thing is here, Libra, that, there's a lot of accomplishment that you can be proud of in your life. You've come through a lot. You've done a lot of things. I think here that sometimes, you didn't have the answers to everything in your life or the path that you're on, but you found them. And because you took your situation, you used these skills that you had to the best of your ability. You had a lot of growth here, a lot of, there's a seriousness with the Emperor, somebody that takes charge of situations, takes ownership, takes accountability, responsibility for your life. And what is that? To unstick yourself. The Hangman in reverse. I feel like, you may have made some foolish decisions. You may have made some little hiccups in life, but I feel like you have a way of getting yourself unstuck from things right now. And at the end of the day that when push comes to shove with the Emperor, you know what you need to do to resolve and to get things done in life and to get to where you need to be with yourself. We all have our stuck moments, but I feel here with this Hangman, you unstick yourself. And again, you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this maze of life or situation, relationship, whatever this may be. But you're like, I know I'm going to find the outcome and I'm going to be happy with it. I know that things are going to work out for the better. You also learn here that I feel like you don't necessarily, you're flexible, Libra. You use those scales. You use things to weigh things out. And you look at things in a different perspective sometimes. You sort of, let me take a look over here and let me sort of take it from this person's viewpoint. So I feel that taking different perspectives or viewpoints to sort of hold space for the best kind of outcome. and for other people. There's a certain balance here, because I feel like the Emperor doesn't necessarily sacrifice himself very much. It's very much a sense of like being in control in a way, or just, not settling, not lowering your standards or yourself. But also I feel like there is a little bit of some sacrifice that you've had to do with the Hangman, because that's why you've maybe found your way out of situations. You've sacrificed certain things, but I feel like, again, you're only going to do that for so long, because you want that Nine of Cups happiness in your life. Magician, change. A lot of the change here with the Magician, again, it's like a Houdini almost. You find your way out of difficult situations in life, Libra, right now. I think that you also have a lot of things that you've learned along the way. There's a lot of teachings and lessons in that card. And I feel like some of you, there is an aspect of sharing your knowledge, your wisdom, your skill sets, the things that you know about a certain topic in life, or maybe life in general. I feel like teaching energy shows up with the Magician and that Emperor. You share your wisdom, you share your tricks, you share the things that you've learned in life. It's also a card of manifestation and creating the things in life that you want for yourself, realizing that it's up to you to extract the resources and the things around you in life to move you forward, to achieve those things in life that you want. The Emperor works very hard at getting to where you want to be in life. The High Priestess, you have an aspiration for the best outcome. And the Magician, he makes it happen. He creates that sense of change to come out with the best outcome of things. Especially after the Hangman here, I feel like you find that way to unstick yourself from scenarios, because you have an aspiration to gain or to grow in life. It's almost like you appreciate right now, Libra, the mistakes and the hang-ups, the hang-ups that you've had in life, the mistakes that you've made in life, the sacrifices that you've made in life, whether you needed to or not. It's almost like, you're taking the benefit of all of that, because you're saying, like, look what I've grown, look what I've made for myself, look what I've created. I wouldn't have learned until I checked something out or tried something out, and I made a few mistakes along the way. But I feel like you gained a lot of skill set, you gained a lot of perspective on things, and a lot of wisdom and knowledge. It's made you bigger and stronger as a character, as a person. This is what's, I feel like that sense of the gratitude with the nine of cups. It's happiness, it's wish fulfillment. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to get my wishes fulfilled in this life somehow, some way. And you're kind of walking around with a bit of a smile on, saying like, I'm going to get it. It's just a matter of time. I'm still happy. You're happy, Libra. I like this. You have a lot of strong right now major arcanas: the Emperor, the High Priestess, the Magician. Again, where there's a will, there's a way. You listen to intuition, and you do get to where you need to be at this time. And it's a fulfillment. You got to where you wanted to be. Some of you, there's a bit of masterminding here with the Magician and the Emperor. There's a little bit of manipulating of situations with that energy. Okay. Some of you have played dumb, how people, sometimes we play dumb, like we don't really know something, or we play dumb to kind of be whatever, to get what we need to get done. I don't know. There's a bit of manipulative mastermind energy here as well, where needed, where you've had to use that. Okay. It's like, again, to find a way out of something, you might have had to kind of play dumb and just be like, oh, I don't know what I did wrong. Or, it's a bit of, not trickery, but you used your little tricks to get through a situation in life. King of Wands. There's a little bit of player energy with him. Why the King of Wands here? Maybe you had to kind of, somebody here as well, you could have had a bit of a player energy in your life that you had to, they didn't know, they think they played you, Libra, but they didn't. You played them. There's that trickery, that mastermind. Okay. Two of Swords, King of Wands. This is indecisive about, I think there's a bit of indecisiveness about a person. Again, the Two of Swords is blindfolded. I feel like you can see through that blindfold, but you don't tell the person you can, so you kind of play blind, you play dumb. Because you don't necessarily want to give away your what you would do. You don't want to give away too much of your moves, your play at hand here, your cards. You don't want to show a full deck. I feel like there's a bit of not making a decision because you're maybe putting somebody to the test. I feel like the Magician is testing that King of Wands, because the King of Wands can be a very savvy person, can be a bit of a player energy. It's somebody that shows up with a lot of, confidence, maybe some arrogance there. And I feel like you're just like, I don't know. I didn't make a decision yet because I wasn't sure, type of thing. Two of Swords, indecisive. But I feel like you saw through the blindfold. I feel like they could have tried to pull the wool over your eyes, but you could see through that wool. But you let them, you played them at their own game, possibly, or at their own actions. Okay. Yeah, Queen of Swords. You get the final say. You're sharp here, Libra, with a situation. You possibly made this person work really hard. You played, it's almost, I'm not saying you played them, but there's a sense here of a couple things here that you were sharp. You were very sharp with your mind. At the end of the day, you ultimately get the final say of what you need and what you want out of a scenario. I feel like some things were a lot of work. Okay, this person could have been a lot of work, but it was part of maybe a plan or something that you had. I think ultimately, you may have cut that off with the Queen of Swords. You could have just said, forget this, and cut that off. It might have been too much work with the Seven of Pentacles. You weren't willing to deal with all of that with no results. It wasn't worth your time. I feel like you know more of what you ultimately want out of a scenario or situation, and you're like, I'm not really willing to put in all of this work and effort because I want to see something more soon, more now, like now. You also may have not made a specific decision about a situation in your life here, Libra, because you didn't want to be tied down to a lot of committal in terms of putting a lot of work or energy into a situation. I feel like also with the King of Wands, there's an energy there of wanting a little bit of free roaming, being free, not being tied down. So I feel like, when you found out the ultimate outcome that was a lot of work, Seven of Pentacles, when you started to do your looking into things, inquiring, understanding, and getting very clear on it, that's when you sort of understood or made a decision like, okay, either I commit to that or I don't. So I feel like there's a little bit of neutrality in like the decision until a certain point. But I think you do the final say with this Queen of Swords. It's a bit of mixed energy with that, with a particular person and also with a scenario, which could include that person. All right, let's get some closing cards for you guys. A couple cards to close the reading off for Libra. Is there any other messages for them, please? What is it that we need to clarify? King of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, this is nice because I feel like This is also another individual where you get a lot of love. This is a lot of emotional love. King of Cups is serious about romance, you know, and then maybe something changed potentially. King of Wands is not so, you know, well, I don't want to say romantic because they can be very romantic and convincing in things, but I feel like this is more of an authentic, loving situation person with the King of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you maybe told this other person, like, I don't really need that. I'm good on my own. I'm really in search of a King of Cups, male or female, doesn't matter. I feel like you told the situation, you're like, this is way too much work and I'm not making any decisions because I simply don't need it. I'm simply good on my own. I've worked too hard. You see, Libra, you've worked too hard on your life, on yourself, Nine of Pentacles, to gain what you have. You've done a lot of inner or just work in general to gain a sense of your own security, your independence. A lot of you with the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles have gained, and the Queen of Swords, I think you've gained a lot of independence. And so you're good in that. You're good in your skin. And so this is when you invite the real loving scenario into your life, person, place, or thing, the thing that you truly align with, that you feel like it gives you what you need because it appreciates you. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Chariot. Yeah, some of you stayed focused on what you truly want in life at this time and you didn't settle any longer. That Hangman in reverse to me is like you're not sacrificing for the wrong reasons any longer. And you're much better on your own. You're staying true to yourself and the worth that you are, High Priestess. And I feel like that's how you really end up in your happy place. You continued focusing on where you really wanted to be at the end of the day, and in your journey, you traveled along. Cancer energy, a lot of emotions, a lot of love. King of Cups. Could also be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You have Cancer with the Chariot. Four of Wands. Yeah, see, guys? This is the stability that this situation brings in. Marriage, family, unity. It comes back because you stayed on the course that you were wanting for yourself. You ended up with something of love, relationship or not, whatever that is, stability in your life. Feeling of completion. I feel like those four wands it feels complete. It's stable. It holds up its weight. I'm just getting like, I knew I could do it, is sort of this statement. Like, I did it and I know I can do it. And I know I could do this. I knew I would do it, or I knew I would do this. I did it. It's this thing of accomplishment. It's like, just do it, that Nike thing, Nike slogan. It's like you just set yourself to do what you needed to do in life with the Chariot. And you moved along from something else where you're like, I'm not making decisions on that. In fact, the only decision I need to make is cutting it free. Cutting that person free or cutting that situation free. You let them show you, you know, when you played dumb or when you played, you know, naive, you were showing how much work it was instead of getting wrapped up into it. Okay, let's do your Wisdom of the Tao and message and see what comes through there. I really like this for you guys at the end, your last card being that Four of Wands, stability, connection, you know, family, marriage, relationship, home life. It's stable. It's like some of you can finally move on with the Chariot. Some of you can finally move on down your path because you've finally severed the past and you've entered into something that whether you have found it or that it coming into your life with this King of Cups love, Libra, it's like you're still good on your own if that's for some of you who are waiting for that person or waiting for that situation. But I feel like you can finally move on because stability has been presented for you. It's in place in your life. So you're good on your path. You're confident on the path you're on. You just keep looking ahead, looking forward, keep your eye on that, you know, that outcome that you want. That's what you're doing. Just keep looking ahead, looking forward, not looking back. You're not looking back. This is why you're moving along, because you put the past behind you. Whoops. Prosperity. You are aligned with the power of the heavens, the strength of the earth, and the harmony of the people. Everything you have dreamed of is taking shape now. Receive the generosity and the abundance. Be self-effacing and gracious. I think that's exactly what this is, guys. There's a lot of prosperity here. Again, I was saying everything you dreamed of, your happiness. It's like, I'll get to where I want. I know I'll achieve that. I'll find my happiness. Everything that you're dreaming of is showing up, and it's a feeling of prosperity with that emperor, the empress. It's nice, really nice. All right, guys, Libra, it's been a pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great day.